between Smooth Rock Lake and Lower Wabakimi Lake. I wasn't able to make it up those rapids. I scouted ahead yesterday, and I'm sure I could make a portage or create some sort of path or way around to move on, but that's not all there is to it. The extremely high water levels and just all the challenges. This trip would normally have been a big challenge for me with normal water levels and with a normal outfit. I decided to take my wood canoe and all canvas packs. I packed pretty heavy too, with all my camera equipment and batteries and stuff to keep everything running. And yeah, I don't have the same control over a canoe I normally would, so that in combination with the water levels, and on top of that, I don't have any experience doing any sort of whitewater in any way, shape, or form. So that all combined, I don't think it's very responsible to do this entire loop that I planned out to do. And so sad to say, but I think I'd much rather come back some other time under normal water levels, maybe later on in June or July, not this year. But yeah, that being said, I'm trying to work out the logistics of getting out of here. It's been a really tough call. I'm still not even 100% sure. I don't really want to leave without catching a nice fish, so that's my goal for today. It's been well over an hour. Not a single bite, guys. Nothing. I tried in the middle of the lake, I tried on shore, I tried by the rapids, I tried trolling around the islands, I tried a bunch of different things, but not a bite. So maybe I will have a bite to eat. So here I am, still at the same campsite. I think this is day 4 here now. And yeah, tomorrow morning I'm getting picked up with a plane. I'm cutting off my trip by a lot short, and I just want to go over one more time why I'm doing this. Obviously I was super stoked to go on this trip and to do this, and it's an incredible area. It's all new to me, and that's kind of where part of the problem is. There's so much new to me on this trip that it's a little bit too much. So there's a couple of factors that factor into me ending this trip early, and that's that first, high water levels, really high water levels. Second, even under normal water levels, there's a lot of white water on this trip that I don't necessarily have to run, but the takeout and the put-ins are so close to the fast water right now that I don't have the experience. I don't have what it takes to comfortably do this, and something like that I don't want to learn the hard way. I don't want to learn that the hard way and get swept down some rapid or lose some important piece of gear, and I don't want to learn the hard way. I'm out here all by myself, which is the third point. I'm by myself without the experience that I need, in my opinion. So I've gone by some white water and I've been okay so far, but there's so much more on my trip, and I'm only getting further and further more remote. My fourth point, I have a wood canoe with me. Beautiful wood canoe, has been restored last year. It's heavy. I got heavy gear because I got all my camera equipment, batteries, everything to charge everything, solar panel, and when I'm on the water, I don't have the same control that I would have with a Kevlar, nice and smooth Kevlar canoe, and with my normal lightweight gear. I don't have the same control. So coming close to this whitewater and to some of these rapids, all it takes is one little mistake, and I get swooped down, and I either tear the crap out of the canoe and lose some of my gear, or one or the other. I just don't want to learn the hard way. I want to gain whitewater experience. I want to gain what it takes to do this kind of trip, and I want to come back and do it comfortably. That kind of sums it up. It's a tough call for me to make, so I've been looking forward to this trip for a long time. So I'd rather make the call myself than learn the hard way. All right, well, the wind's still picking up, kicking in and out. It's very spotty right now, and the whole time I've been packing up, it was kind of down. Of course, now I'm in the canoe, it's up again. Put my life jacket on. I'm gonna stick nice close to the south shore, because if I look across, it's windy as hell over there. Got my hat backwards, which I never do normally, but the wind almost just took it. So backwards it is. Beautiful area. Right down to V in the middle. All right, it's just starting to drizzle a little bit. I got my rain pants on. I'm on the portage, got my main bag, tied my canoe down. I always do, because if the wind picks up the canoe and I come back and it's not there anymore, that would suck. I'll probably try head out and get to one of the islands a little bit further out, set up, try to find a nice campsite over there somewhere, if the wind's not too bad on the lake itself. But it's getting more rainy, so I gotta go get back and put my raincoat on. That's better. Okay, so still mid-portage. It started raining pretty hard. It started coming down really good all of a sudden. So I actually put down my canoe. I ran for all my gear, which was already at the other side. And I quickly strung up a tarp, put everything in underneath. And kind of cool right here. Got some sort of almost looks like a bear cave. It's not a bear cave. Just a little, be a nice little hangout though. Pretty neat. So you can see my tarp set up. Put my stuff underneath. Dry for the most part. They're all waterproof bags, so even if they're not, that's fine. I just didn't want them to get soaked because it was really coming down for a minute. Look at that though, eh? What a beauty. What a beauty. You wanna know something funny? This tarp, you know tarps, when you pack them up wet and you take them out again, and
time after time, they start smelling pretty musty, right? You know what this smell reminds me of? Of course, it's been smoke. I had smoke from campfires too. But the smell of this one reminds me of my dad's rolling tobacco I used to smoke when I was younger. Well, when I was younger. He probably still smokes the same rolling tobacco. It's kind of normal in the Netherlands, but it smells exactly like that drum rolling tobacco. Isn't that funny? I'll have that smell engraved in my memory for life. Thanks, Dad. Thanks. Smells kind of good, to be honest. Don't smoke though. No smoking. Off we go onto the campsite. Fish on. Yeah, there we go. Beauty fish. So calm right now. I hope the big part of the lake is just as calm, but I doubt it. The wind's been steering it up all day for the past few days, but you never know. There's another bigger island. Just past that is the open lake where I'll be picked up tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Alright. Let's check out this campsite. A little wet down there. Nice big open rock here though. I love that. Fireplace. Yeah. Where am I gonna put up my tent? I just found a little trail that goes up here. Maybe it leads to a better spot to put up my tent. There's a nice big opening here. Nice big hill. Of course, if I'm up more, water goes down. It is supposed to rain, so. Oh, look at this here. Look at this here. There. I got all my stuff up here. That's quite a ways up from the water. So it was a little portage to get here, but it's well worth it. It's a nice big open spot. It's not too wet either. And yeah, so I'm gonna set up camp. It'll be my last campsite for this trip, sadly. But hey, that was my own choice. I still think is the right thing to do. Now all my stuff's dry, I close this up and see if there's some fish in that little bay. A little bit of luck. Looks fishy to me. No fish. I'm just getting soaking wet. So I'm gonna retreat into my tent and maybe it clears up later, but it doesn't look like this weather is going anywhere. Well, last paddle for this trip, and it's a little wavy and windy, so I'm just gonna make my way over to the lee side of the island, out of the wind, and then different world. Well, that didn't turn out as planned. I was supposed to be picked up between 9 and 10. It's 12:30 right now. I got a message saying that the flight's delayed, and it might even be delayed till tomorrow, and that's due to the winds mostly. So even though it's not even that bad here, Armstrong's 46 kilometers away. So I just went back onto my island, the island I stayed on last night. I'm just on the far other side of the island, so it's a little too far a hike to get back to where I was. Since I had a little bit of rain already, I'm just trying to set up a little tarp so I can keep all my stuff dry in case it does really come down. So I'm gonna try a little bit of different tarp setup than what I normally do, because I don't have a lot of big trees, and what I do have here for trees, they're just very little ones. These two little trees, they're pretty much all I have at the water line to tie onto, so that's gonna be my center from there until where I already tied my tarp, the root right there. I don't want to tie anything to here, up here, because I can probably pull this over by hand, so it's not very strong that way. But if I tie it to the bottom, it's gonna be a lot stronger, and the tree's actually gonna hold. Not the most beautiful setup, but it works just fine for what I needed to do here, so I can keep all my stuff underneath it and stay dry myself till the plane comes. I might even have to stay here another night, who knows. I sure hope it calms down when they come and get me today. Not knowing makes for a long day. What do you do? Is he for real? Is he gonna come? Evening. I'm happy to see you. I just started walking back up the hill to set up my camp there.
Well, yeah, the wind is kind of starting to die, eh?
Oh yeah, finally, it's about time. It was on and off, it calmed down. I was like, oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, and it came right back.
As we took off, and the landscape slowly transitioned into the all-familiar pattern I had been studying on maps months earlier, I come to realize that I've just learned one of the most important lessons on my journey as an outdoorsman. A lesson of complacency. I am not as experienced as I sometimes feel. Wabakimi has shown me the next steps I have to take in order to get myself ready for the more remote trips I long to do in the northern parts of these beautiful lands. A lesson I much needed. I have a lot to learn, but I will do what it takes, and one day I will be back to conquer the route I had planned for these 30 days. And once I do, I'll be ready to set my next